Hello there, I am Izzy Noodles. Welcome back to the final part of Mists of Avalon First Clues. The first thing to explain is this very obviously mysterious purple swirly whirly in the doorway. So, once we pass this, Lara has a purple glow around her now. She can't use her weapons. She can draw them. That's fine, but don't shoot them, because Lara will then just keel over and die. So, no weapon using in this room.
Ah, that looks interesting.
Okay, so approaching this gives us some speech and something in the notes. That looks like an old map. I have to find a way to get it. It just might be the clue I've been looking for. So we need to figure out how to get this map. So we do need to collect 3 main items, 3 bone pieces. So firstly, from the doorway, with your back to the purple doorway, take the first right. And right again. So let me just point out, a lot of these passages will line up. It can seem a bit confusing. There's 4 openings in that main central entrance area. That's what I'm going to refer to it as, the entrance area, because that's where we entered the level. If you go through the passage that's straight ahead, you'll end up, following around, and you'll see this as well. But for now, right and right again. So head down into the water, be careful of these spikes, and then swim on up. We can easy peasy collect the first bone piece. So this is the humerus. So if you're daring, you can just jump back down straight into the water. You'll want to be very careful of the spikes though. Better safe than sorry. Okay, and we can head straight on down to this area now. So there is an opening to the left. I kind of mentioned earlier, you'll get led round to here if you go a different way. So time your way through the spikes, just enter the middle section, and this is not a bone piece we'll be picking up. It looks like it because it's a blatant skull, but no, this is just something we're going to interact with.
Oh, now look at that skeleton taking my prize. That won't do at all.
Okay, and we have another note. Let's take a look. Since I can't use my weapons here, I'll have to find another way to take the map away from him. Those pentagrams on the floor and ceiling must be there for a reason. So, yep, that circular area in the entrance area with the map actually does have a star on the floor in the ceiling where the skeleton spawned. So you might think, why did I do that? I didn't really want that to happen, but that does need to happen. You need to interact with this skull. And that's because there is a pole just here, and there is a hatch that's now been released. So before, we would not have been able to climb up this pole. So we're heading off to find the second bone piece now. So you can see the glow quite blatantly when you're close to a wall, otherwise it's not that obvious. Okay, just gonna do a leap of faith here, just do a running jump forward and we can grab this. So underneath this glass cage is our next bone piece, but we need to remove the cage, we need to raise it up. So you want to come over this way. Time your way through these spiky things, you are bound to take some amount of damage. That was a lot. That is like so much more than I wanted to take. I didn't really want that to happen at all. This one's pretty easier. Okay, yeah, that's not good. That's not a good amount of damage, but I'm okay. Wow, the curse of recording. Okay, so time yourself through these spikes. Pull this lever. And that has raised the glass cage. So you can slide on down, and then we're back to where this glass cage was. And grab the pelvis. So next you just want to get straight on down to... She didn't grab. Why did she not grab? Okay, I did a much better job that time. Okay, okay. And then again, pulling this lever. And time your way back. So. Okay, so Lara didn't grab the pole. I have no idea why, but you want to try and grab the pole. There we go, she did it that time. Oh wow, I wasn't expecting that. I guess I just pressed the button to jump off. That's fine. Okay, so off the pole, and we're heading up to this room with the big pestle and mortar. Also, let me point out, if I look to my left, there is the swirly doorway, along with the skeleton that I spawned. And to my right, there is an elevator. We will not be using that just yet. We'll wait until the end to use the elevator. So one more bone piece to find, and when we've got it, we will be using it here. So head on to the right into this room. It's actually surprisingly easy to miss this room. So under the blades, the spears, and straight on up. Okay, so in this room you want to be careful because the floor is lava. We need to jump to this spike in the wall, this pole, so we can get a bit of distance and jump to the vertical poles there, and then make our way to the last bone piece, the mandible. So this jump can be tricky, getting to the vertical pole once you jump off the slope, you need to veer to the left a little bit, and that can be quite tricky. So standing jump or running jump is fine, just jump off. At the very end, veer, jump and veer and grab. So just line up with the next pole. Sometimes it's better to be higher than you think, but do be mindful of the ceiling. And this one you definitely want to get a bit more height, because this is a little further away than this pole. So aim for the corner as well, because it is closer. There we go. So the mandible. You gonna pick it up? What's wrong with my action? There we go. Okay, now we've got the 3 pieces. We can leave this area and head back down to the pestle and mortar. Right, so this time on the return journey, the lower spears here will activate. Okay, you heard them just then. Right, and using these items, this is quite interesting because we can combine 3 items together. That's quite unusual, so that'll throw you off. You need to start with the items that you can combine first though. So you can see here we can combine, and there's no combine. So you have to do it in order. So combine the humerus and the mandible, and then you can combine these with pelvis, and just go ahead and use them. Pull the lever to use the pestle and mortar to grind it all down. Nice, and we can see 3 piles of dust. So pick up all 3 piles of bone dust. And now we're going to head up the elevator. So I didn't need to come this way, but whatever. So if you're getting lost, head back to the main entrance room and then go directly across from the swirly doorway. Nope, no you don't. So he only hangs out in the entrance room there, the circular entrance room. Okay. And here we go. We have 3 urns in this room, so go ahead and use the bone dust in each urn. Oh yeah, what am I doing? I'm still going around to place the bone dust in the urns. Okay, I got carried away. Okay, 3 piles of bone dust, 3 urns. So placing them opens this gate, and we can go ahead and press this button. Okay, we've done what we need to do. We've activated the pentagrams on the ground in the entrance room, and so we're heading back down there now. Okay, so all you gotta do is stand in the pentagram. Make sure the skeleton is in the pentagram. Don't let him touch you before you get into the pentagram. Okay, that's not fair.
Time to take that thing off your chest. This is it. And X marks the spot. This map shows me what to do next. Now the time has come to go back to the house.
Okay, so you do kind of end up taking one for the team just there. That's highly likely. But technically, you just need to let him touch you, but in this pentagram. If you're not in the pentagram, the game can kind of bug out a bit. But yeah, he can't use his weapons either. So that's all good and dandy. So before we leave back to the house, because the adventure's done now, we have the map, but we have 2 more secrets to find. How do we find the secrets? Well. We need to get rid of the blue glow for a start. And I'm also going to head up a passage. So blue, nope, that's purple. Purple swirly whirly doorway. With your back to that, head left. So with your back to the doorway, left, up this way. Looking to my right, that's the pestle and mortar room. So we're heading up this way. I've not been this way yet. If you happen to be exploring, this area was safe before claiming the map. Now that you have the map, a big boulder's going to come down there. So you just want to roll over the tile space and roll off again. Be very careful of that. So regardless of if you want secrets or not, this is the way you have to come. And you can see There's 5 receptacles for a shape that looks very much like our Templar Cross secrets. We currently just have 4. So we need to find another one and then we can place them. So heading back to the house, that's this way, through the blue swirly whirly. And what did that do? Well, Lara's not purple anymore. It got rid of the purple glow and we can return back again and use our weapons. So that's very handy because I failed to mention for the last Templar Cross we need to shoot out a panel so that we can claim it. So that's very sneaky. So we're heading to the elevator now. So you just got to be sure you got to get rid of that purple glow by going through the blue doorway and returning back again. Okay, hop on the elevator. Head on up. And back out. And this time we're going to wait because we can hop onto the elevator and get even higher. So don't get off, remember, that's where we got onto the top, and just head up to this higher sneaky secret section. Random jitter for some reason. Okay, up the steps, and here is the panel. If you shoot this while you've got the purple glow, you'll just die. Okay, so now let's head back and use all of our Templar Crosses. Shortcut is just straight on down. I hit the wall, so dive failed, so the walkthrough is ruined. We do have a Medpack down in the water. Okay, straight through and head under this. Now we're under the elevator. Do not stand up. Otherwise it's going to give you a right good bonk on the head and you'll just die. So be sure it's out of the way before jumping on up out of the gap. Or before standing up even. So again, let's head on back and use the crosses. Nice, the gates have opened here and we can find the super secret. Aha, cool beans. And we just saw there we got a research note. So here is our Jeweled Gothic Cross secret. This is not an item that we're going to use, just like the pendant. So there we go, research. Celtic cross, Gothic style with a ruby set in the middle, a fine piece of craftsmanship. And that's all it says. So now we're done, we can head back to the house. Okay, this is a tricky jump for no reason. See what I mean? There we go. And we do have some water to swim through. I do recommend a save. Okay, and the reason being, there's going to be some fall away ceilings once we get to the more open area. So just here, stick to the left. There we go. And now head on over, stick to the right. Keeping to the right. Now go to the left. And again, left. And now keep on going. That's fine now. We're safe. We can see the air pocket where we're going to climb out. So these jumps can be tricky simply because it's kind of dark. You can't really see where you're heading to. But straight on forward, we can grab this and up again and just straight back behind. And grab this and up. Okay, straight over to here. Up to here, and we'll have some rats and some bats. Let's just go ahead and use the Desert Eagle just because we can. Okay, so in this far corner, jump back to the slope and back to here. This one can be kind of tricky because of the position of everything. You might just end up missing completely. But straight on forward, we can land here, up to here, roll under here. There will be some rats, just be forewarned. Yeah, that's right, Lara's in town. Right, and we are back at a familiar spot. Here is the underground cabin. Nice, we have returned. So we can literally just head straight back on up to the house.
Hello, boys.
Look who's back, late as usual.
Fashionably late, I'd say. And where's the fun in a short raid, anyway?
So what's down there? Did you find anything?
Believe me, you don't want to know the details. But yes, I did find something. An old map, to be exact. An X seems to mark the spot. It says that King Arthur was buried somewhere in caves along the coast. Here. However, I still believe he's buried on Avalon. But this so-called tomb could provide me with some clues on the whereabouts of Avalon. Set up a dig site at this spot, on or near the beach, and start looking for potholes or fissures in the rock. Anything that could possibly be used to gain access to the underground lake, and those larger caves that are supposed to be hidden there. I'll meet you there in a couple of days.
Gotcha, I'm on it.
Consider it done. Are you coming to dinner? Winston is cooking.
Splendid. Let me know when it's ready. I'm off for a shower.
Okay.
Don't you think you've seen enough? For now, anyway. See you again in the next part of Mists of Avalon.
And there we have it. This is one of my top favourite TRLEs. It's really well made, and you can tell a lot of time and effort has been put into it, and I hope you've enjoyed my walkthrough. Mists of Avalon 2 is in the works, so I'm super excited for that. The adventure will be continuing. So thanks for watching, and take it easy, guys and girls.